Billy Beige here, and today I'm looking at the last figure of All Stars 6, Necronominus Wave 2. There's still the All Stars figures, the real re-releases for All Stars, but this is the last one it has where it's, connected to like the Necronominus Wave there. I've said this whole time, Necronominus Wave 2, under my breath, but really it is. It is like these could have been in that wave, but if they were, that wave would have been like $700, $750, $800, something. A high amount of dollars that I would have not wanted to pay, or I would not have bought so much at the time. So I do appreciate when it's done like this, where it can be like split up. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Four Horsemen, for kind of saving my pocket, but give it a breather. You're still beating the shit out of my wallet, just saying. But so with Deacon here, underneath all the tack, the cold weather stuff, just underneath all of the garb, he should have the same paint scheme as the first Mythic Legion horse, Pious. And Pious never got like a re-release or anything like that, but people wanted him because he has where he's that kind of perfect kind of little, I don't think he's a painted horse, but perfect kind of horse there. Kind of just like, hey, brown horse, perfect. Throw a knight on it, throw whatever on it. It's a good size. Again, I'm just going to put him on a shelf in the end, but he looks good. So this has where it's kind of like a little bit of like a twofer there. You get Deacon, remove everything, you get Pious. And I want more of these banners. I'm excited about that banner there. That CJSM banner. I'm sure it's wired all the way around. I see the pull right there. But let's go ahead and start pulling him out. Last year from Legions Con. Is that all the stuff out of the box? Yes, there's all the stuff out of the box. Ooh, got that fresh toy smell in that box. Let's lay you down. What do we got here? Got some unfocus. Got some shields. Got some regular tack in there. Okay, that's dope. Got why don't you make it easy for me to open things? Regular horsehair to replace some of that armor. And looks like another blanket to throw over underneath the saddle there. That's what it looks like anyway. We're gonna find out though. And he comes with a sword, the banner handle, the awesome banner. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, it could have the Aetheron logo on there, but I'm okay with the Templar logo on there. That's cool. I like it, and it is wired, and not wired right there. So three points are wired, so you can have that blowing in the wind effect there. So yeah, I love these banners. Again, I want a whole pack of them. So if anybody's watching who can make that decision, I want a whole banner pack. Just seriously, just give me, God, how many factions are we at now? 12, 14 of the poles, the tops, and then like 14 different banners. Or give me a good banner set with doubles of all of them, and then a bad banner set. I'd take it. But that's just an idea that's thrown out there. Do with it what you will. Please do something with it. And he has where he comes with a sword. Usually it would have, I can't remember. It's been so long since I opened a horse. I think the last one, well, yeah, it was Conibus. He came with some stuff, but it had where we like go through the tack some there. And I see my nemesis, the man who works at the factory who tightens all the twist ties, is back. I seriously thought this whole time, for this whole wave, I was like, you know what? Maybe that guy had where he, found a different job. Maybe he was moved to a different department, but no. The guy who twists these things is a monster, and he knew I would go through all of the single figures first to get to this Deacon, and then he's just like, ah ha ha, this is what will break him. This is what will drive Billy crazy. It's true. It's true. Even with like Baradak, I was like, oh, Baradak's gonna be the worst one because he had like a higher gauge wire in there. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. But nope, it's gonna be this one. It's like he twisted in 5 different ways. Come on, man, just one way. Just twist it one way. I'm gonna go get the clippers. I'm going to cut this down because, oh my god. And ta-da, he's free. And he's a very detailed horse with a lot of soft goods going on here. Not only do I have another pack of silica gel, I also have like alternate hair to make him into just like a normal horse, of course. Again, the regular tack. And you have this throw blanket that actually you can swap out with that one, which I'm going to try to do real quick right now. Because I think, let me see here. Because you could take, let's go over this real quick. You could take and you could put the sword and shield on this side. Or the other side, whichever one you prefer. But it should be easy enough to take off this saddle. Remember how here. If it slides. Oh boy, here we go. Again, another pause. Okay, so it just snaps right there. I was just like, I'm like, there's no way this was all one piece. I was like, there's no way they slid it over. But it has like that little hole right there, a little snap right there, and then this comes off like so. And then you could just put this right here. I like the look a bit better than the plastic there. It's just a little extra touch there. You don't need the other one on there when you put this on. And I think it's just an extra plus. It's a little plus up there. I like that look better. And it should be relatively easy to put this back on. I see that now. I probably should have lined up the other side before I put that in. But there, boom. It's on. The horse's ass. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I like that look a little bit better. It's an option. It's a thing you can do. Other than that, I mean, it has the normal horse articulation. I'm not going to go over that because it's going to be like, horse. It has the, articulated tail. It can go up. It can go down. It can spin around. Woo-wee. You could get it into a rearing pose and stuff like that. So yeah, it's possible. You can do a lot of stuff. It's great. Go look. I think I've reviewed Pious before. If not, I'm sure there's Flogus, or I didn't do what's his face. Did I don't know if I ever did Etheon. There's a horse review out there on my channel. Just please go watch that because I don't want to take all of this off at one time. But we're gonna take off the tack here because it has where this tack is. It's different than what we've seen. It slides over the top of his head and then calm down. There we go. Get it over the ears and then off of the face. Come on. There we go. There's Pious. There he is. He was hidden. Yeah, but, mouth in first, over the ears. Pull that off. Looks great, though. I do like how armored that looks. And then you just pop that in. Once you figure out how to line it up just right. Oof. Yeah, and take your hair, and slide it in there. And look at that. I think we have Pious again. So it's a thing you can do. But let's take a look at him with Sir Enoch on him because he is Sir Enoch's steed. So here's Deacon with Sir Enoch on his back, on stride, whatever. I did take like Sir Deacon's front loincloth that hangs down, and I tucked it underneath him, and then I just situated each of these by his sides along the saddle just to look, like, hey, he hopped on here. He's not too worried about how it's going exactly, but, at least it doesn't look like he just plopped on there. And yeah, I think it does have a presence. It does look good together. And now I can attempt to stick. I really should have just, I really should have used the other head. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. A 1 and a 2 and around the horn and around the other horn. Why did I choose this one instead of the other one? I could have had it all. I could have had it so easy. There we go. I like this head better. This was, what? I'm fighting it. It's worth it. And just to have that, like, traveling riding cloak, because that's what it is. That's what this was that came with Sir Enoch. And I think it's super cool all together here for that cold weather, that travel, him going to, warn or fight or lead the armies, or I can't remember which group. I think it was is it the Emissaries? I think it's the Emissaries. Emissaries sounds right. But the Emissaries, or whoever, the Order of Aetheron, parts of Aetheron, to fight Necronominus, or the hordes of Necronominus, Vikenfell, Necronominus, Branch, all those guys. It adds to it. But again, in the end, I will be putting this on a shelf. Maybe I'll have it in a great pose or like that. It will take up a considerable footprint, though. But at least it's a cool-looking footprint. But let's do some comparisons now. Here's Deacon and Sir Enoch with Baradak, Scallybone Splitter, Skeleton Raider, and Thoracis, and the badass Necronominus standard. That's pretty awesome. Terpiculus, a troll, and the 4 all-star re-releases that I still got to review. So, do I think you need Deacon in your collection? I got a lot of horses now. Somehow I've ended up with a lot of Mythic Legion horses, and they're great. They definitely have where they add to a lot of scenes, they add to characters, they add to a lot. And honestly, it's good to have some. This one does add a lot to Sir Enoch. These two go hand in hand. They were made for each other, literally. It only makes sense to have one and the other. If there was a set of figures besides the actual horsemen, Alithia, Poxus, Necronominus, Erethyr, and their steeds that you should pair together, it would be this. This is the figure that you'd be like, hey, I have Sir Enoch. I need Deacon to have where I complete that set and that look. This would be it. As to buy him standalone, I don't know. Because it takes up space. It takes up this is minimum 2 figures, maximum 3 figures if you got them really spaced close together. Think about how your collection looks and what you want there, because it is great. It's worth the cost, but then think about your footprint of your collection as well. Think about that, because that's something you shouldn't forget about. You gotta make sure you have enough space for your stuff and you actually can display them, because this right here, this is really cool looking. This is a whole mood right here of a knight coming in, and he's like that just prestigious horse. It's awesome. But tell me what you think down in the comments below. Do you have Deacon? Did you want a Deacon? Did you want a Balius and you're going to pick up a Deacon? And then you're going to have some extra parts if you just want a Balius. But you could swap stuff around here, really get him going. Because again, like, he has the wired soft goods for horse. And just, it's very well done. And I think what I remember is, for the pre-order at least, he was the same price as Balius was. So that was like a real order point there. It was like, if you had Balius or you wanted another Balius, ordering Deacon was totally worth it. And then you got extra stuff at the same cost as what you originally would have bought Balius for. But let me know down in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm glad to have gotten through all of the All-Star 6 Necronominus Wave 2 figures. Now I'm on to the regular All-Star figures. There's 4 of those. I'm going to do the accessory sets. I'm not counting those as figures. I'm going to do the accessory sets. I need to pop open my... Which one is that? That is the... It's a zombie undead pack from Necronominus. The one where you had like a ghost and then you had like a zombie. I need to pop that open for the head pack as well. So I need to get that review done for this weekend or by this weekend, and then move on to those. But then I'm gonna All-Star re-releases, then the accessory packs, and then I would have done all this, and then I could go back and finish Necronominus, and I would have felt like I have caught up in most of my life. A section, a fraction, a good part. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.